Top 10 things to do in South Dakota. First top thing to do for us that we did was Mount Rushmore. That is a must. If you ever go to South Dakota, I mean, that was literally incredible.
It was really cool.
And
it was beautiful. They had a really nice gift shop and a really nice ice cream place that we ate from.
Man, I think it was Tom Jefferson's ice cream.
Thomas Jefferson's ice cream, yeah.
Change your life. And I think it was the original recipe as well. The original recipe, you have to eat that ice cream. You have to.
And they had a really nice loop that you could walk around so you could see Mount Rushmore from every different angle. And
the Presidential Trail. The Presidential Trail, that is a must. You have to go ahead and do that.
Pictures and everything. It was really good.
I think the coolest thing about it is I was prepared because a lot of people say, you know, you go over there and it's not all that. It's just 4 heads up there, you know, presidential heads, and it's not a big deal. I thought it was. I thought there was a lot to do. I mean, there's a lot of different angles, but I found it really moving, incredible.
It was, and they did the lighting ceremony at night that we went to, which was really cool. So you get to see them light up Mount Rushmore. We almost missed it. But then someone messaged said, "Hey, you got to go back and do this lighting ceremony." So that was awesome. Museum in there and
museum.
All sorts of things.
And I love seeing all the veterans go up there. It's just so, you got to do it, a must. You have to go to Mount Rushmore. And Crazy Horse, even though we didn't go inside of it, we did drive around it, and it is a big structure.
Yeah, it was a little pricey, we felt like, to go in and see it, but it was really good. You could see a pretty good view of it just from the highway, and so we just pulled to the side and got some pictures of it, and it was really cool to see.
The second thing to do in South Dakota is you have to, when you're in the Mount Rushmore area, stop at Keystone. There is just, it kind of reminded me of Gatlinburg. Had a Gatlinburg type feel. It's not nearly as big as Gatlinburg, but it's just really trendy. A lot of cool different restaurants and stuff. A lot of small shops.
Yeah, it was really cool. We combined it after we went to Mount Rushmore. We went down and went through Keystone, and we loved it so much we went back for a second day because there was just so much to do. Lots of little shops. We did the old time photo in there and got to dress up in Civil War garb.
That was fun. That was my first ever doing it. She's done it before with her, but that was pretty fun.
That was a highlight, I think. And
And kind of along with that, top 3, I know it's kind of one, but top 3, the South Dakota, it kind of goes along with the Keystone. It's the Presidential Wax Museum. We went into there, and that was
epic.
Pretty cool.
It was really cool. If you're a history buff like we are, they gave you little remote things that gave you like a few minutes of a clip of what that president did throughout their lifetime, a little bit of their story, and we learned a lot, and it was really interesting.
And if you go there, please listen to it. Get your money's worth.
Don't just walk through. We were there for, I don't even know.
I think it was like almost 2 hours just listening to each president.
Yes.
And it's a must. It was just really good. A lot of information, a lot of fun facts too. Just got to do it. That was just super fun, and you get your money's worth.
And if you are a Little House on the Prairie fan, you've got to make sure to stop at the Keystone Museum, I believe it was.
Oh yeah, the historic museum. Yep.
They have a lot of information about Little House on the Prairie, about the real Ingalls family, because Carrie Ingalls, the daughter, lived there for several years, and I believe she was a reporter there or something of the sort. And so they had a lot of really cool artifacts and information. So that was really cool. Number 4.
Fourth thing to do in South Dakota is you have to visit downtown Rapid City. You have to do that. It is a really presidential area, but it's so cool because there is literally president statues to different blocks and
on every corner.
Well, every corner. I think they have all of them except Trump. I think they're going to get Trump, but
Obama.
They have Obama now, so it's just kind of cool just to go and take pictures and kind of pose, do selfies next to them.
It was really cool. And for people like us who like to find good, inexpensive things to do that are still really fun, going to downtown Rapid City was really beautiful and a great way to do that.
And this is actually, I got a pretty cool thing too. I'm going to show my drum. this is a treasure from downtown Rapid City.
Why don't we not hold it upside?
Well, that's true. I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go. So you got the eagle, got the, what store was it called? I think it was, let me see.
I'm trying to remember. It was done by Sonia Holy Eagle. She had a Buffalo drum store, an Indian store in downtown. If you look up her name, her store will come
All
right up.
buffalo hide, real buffalo hide here. It is super neat. So this was like a highlight to remember this. There's a lot of cool shops in Rapid City, so just stop in. The fifth thing to do in Rapid City is you have to go see bears. That was kind of scary. Yes, it's epic. Top 5 thing, bear country. Go there. I think it was like $30
It was worth the money. Absolutely.
And actually, it was one of the things that you were kind of, I wasn't afraid, but she was kind of.
We're city kids, so going and seeing.
I wasn't afraid.
A place where bears just roam free and you can just drive through it. It was really, really cool. They also had other animals. They had like moose and wolves and coyotes and
timberwolves. Oh man, I've never seen a live timberwolf.
Yeah, just some really cool stuff. And actually, they talked about how the bears weren't the most dangerous animal. It was actually the big, the thing with the big horns. The elk was that
I think it was elk. Yeah.
Because it was mating season, so that they would take their horns and ram your car.
We went there in August, so
that was a little bit interesting, but it was super duper cool, and we got to see the little baby cubs afterwards. They had a little little zoo, like a mini zoo that you could walk through and see all the baby animals.
The cool thing too, like with that, is like we happen to get there at the right time. It is slow, so just to warn you, I mean especially when you get to the bears portion, it gets kind of very slow, congested. But so cool, we happened to be there at the right time, and the guy actually had a whole thing of meat because it was lunch feeding time. So he just started tossing all this meat, and all the bears were just. It was kind of exhilarating. I'm not gonna lie.
They just came running from all over.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Some of them were kind of fighting with each other a little bit over their meat that they wanted. It was cool. It
was pretty cool. So you got to do that, bear country for sure.
The sixth thing to do
is wall drug. Yes, it is a drugstore.
If you go to South Dakota, you're going to see a billboard for wall drug about every couple of miles as you're driving, because that is the thing to do. In
hundreds. As soon as you pass, on 90, as soon as you pass Sioux Falls, oh man, hundreds of miles. Wall drug. Yeah. Free ice water. You're going to see that. The ice water, you got to do it. It was ice cold. The food was amazing. I had a buffalo burger. It was really good. Took a lot of good pictures too of different, like a fun bunny that you could sit on, or bunny stuff, jackrabbit stuff. It is huge. It's kind of overwhelming, but go to like there's like a small antique store there too.
There was a souvenir store across the street, and all of their souvenirs were like $10 and under. I want to say it was. Nothing was over $10. And so that was the place we stocked up on all of our like t-shirts, sweatshirts, coffee cups.
We're trying to help you. If you're planning your trip, go Wall Drug, get your stuff. They had a $6.99 store as well.
Maybe
t-shirts and stuff.
I
think it was that too.
It was $6.99.
So $6.99 or under? I'm telling you, you're going to save a lot of money. Go to that store. Wall Drug, it's incredible. Yeah. It is incredible.
It was really good.
The seventh thing to do is Badlands.
Yes.
And actually, if you plan out your trip, you might want to do Wall Drug and Badlands at the same time. But man, wasn't it like a whole different planet?
It was. It was like we were just driving along, and then all of a sudden it was just like boom! It just opened up into this beautiful, beautiful landscape, and it was really cool.
People might want to know, why is it called the Badlands? Do you know? Of course you know, but
if I remember correctly, it was because back couple centuries ago, before people were living in the South Dakota area, when the Indians, I believe it was the Indians at that time, they referred to that area as the Badlands because it was a really bad land to try to cross. And I could totally see it, because when we were driving through Wall, the land was fine. It would have been easy to travel through it. But if you didn't know it was coming and you just hit this great big huge, it almost felt like the Grand Canyon on a smaller scale.
It did.
That would be terrifying, and it was really inconvenient for them to try to get across. It was hard.
See, and the cool thing too is like there was so much overlooks, so much
so
sightseeing,
many places to stop and take pictures, and shelters for you to eat at, and just really, it was really,
Oh yeah,
cool.
got to do the picnic too. We went to, I forgot the name of it, but it's near the middle. Picnics. It was like a whole different planet. It was incredible.
Like the desert. It felt like you were in the desert.
Oh, it does.
And that's where we saw the buffalo that crossed the road right in front
Yes.
of us. So everyone had told us that we would see all the buffalo at Custer State Park, which we did see some there, but we didn't expect to see probably the biggest buffalo at the Badlands, and it crossed right in front of us.
It was a huge papa.
It was
He
big.
He owned the road. I was
He
like,
did. We stopped for him.
yes, we definitely stopped. That was, and we saw the sheep as well, right? The
Bighorn sheep.
Bighorn sheep.
Yeah.
Yep. So that you never know what you'll see. South Dakota, it is true. They are known for the wildlife, and it is amazing to see God's beauty.
It is.
In it all.
It
It really is.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
Super awesome.
Okay, number 8.
Custer State Park.
Yeah.
That was
Beautiful.
amazing. Beautiful. There's just so much to do there, and we couldn't even get to it all.
Yeah,
you know,
we didn't even scratch the surface.
Wildlife Loop Road, that was, we were so excited because we saw, the one buffalo in Badlands, but we wanted to see a whole pack of them. What do you call it? Herd? Yeah, there you go. Herd. There you go. A whole herd of buffalo. And we actually stopped at the visitor center, which you have to. I would recommend you doing that because we stopped there and we asked, where the buffalo at? Because we're trying to find it.
They were off the road. They were off the trail of where they usually were. And so if we wouldn't have stopped, we never would have seen them.
Oh, no.
Because we never would have known to turn down this extremely scenic road
Yeah.
that was a little bit sketchy. But once we got through it and got there, it was totally worth it.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Just look at all of them. It just saturates the whole place. We saw the papa kind of rolling around. That was fun. Kind of rolling back and forward.
Baby ones.
Little baby ones. We were there for how long? 30 minutes just looking at just.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
It's just not every day when you look out the window and you see a whole bunch of buffalo. So that was pretty cool.
And the terrain, the land at Custer State Park was totally different than the land at the Badlands.
Oh, yeah.
Which is so interesting. It's like if they're totally different, even though they're only like a couple of hours from
Well,
each
it's
other.
part of the Black Hills. Yeah,
Part of
Black Hills Forest. So Rapid City, that whole area, it is just incredible. Another cool thing is the Needles. Custer State Park has what's known as the Mount Needle formed rocks.
Which, if you did not know, is where they were originally looking to build Mount Rushmore, was at the Needles, and it didn't end up working out for them that way. They were originally wanting to sculpt entire figures of the people, and when they decided to just do the heads and the shoulders, they moved it over to Mount Rushmore.
No, it was just super cool, like with the Sylvan Lake Park. That's what we did.
If you like to hike, Custer State Park is for you because there were all kinds of trails. You could be there all day.
And
just doing
picnic.
the trails.
And picnic too. We picnicked over there. You could literally spend days.
Yeah.
So that's.
And when you buy a pass to enter the park, I believe it was Custard State Park that it was a week pass, I think. There was one of the parks that was a day pass and one that was a week pass, so that way you could keep re-entering.
So those who's gonna get the week pass and then try to go there as much as you can. We just got the day, so we kind of missed out on a little bit, but still was incredible. A must. Number 9.
The Fort Hayes Stockade. So this place was really, really cool. It was a place I wanted to make sure to get to. And I knew he would like it because they had 99-cent all-you-can-eat pancakes. And they were delicious. They were very big, and they were really good.
They were very good.
But it was really cool. It was like a replica old West town, basically, is what it was. And it was really, really cool. It also was the set. Some of it was part of the set from the movie Dancing with Wolves. So if you're familiar with that movie, it was really cool to see some of the different sets. And then they also had people going through giving you tutorials on like how to make a rope or how to.
Oh yeah,
there was something with toilet paper.
Yeah, it was like make rope with the toilet paper. Same thing. Yeah, like he kind of did
made rope with toilet paper or something. I don't know, but it was cool. And if you're a churchgoer, they also do a Sunday hymn sing there, which is really cool.
You gotta do that.
Yeah.
So it was super fun, and with the pancakes, I thought I could eat, 5, 6. I only could.
They're huge, so you really.
I only got that one.
All
Yeah.
you can eat is one.
That's what they get you with those things, man. But yeah, they have biscuits and gravy. I mean,
they did.
It's good. You got to go there.
Okay. Last but not least, number 10
is 4 Mile Old West Town.
Yes. So we combined this when we went to Custer State Park, and then we caught Crazy Horse on the way home. So it was a really big day, but it's kind of down in the Custard area. But this was super, super cool. It was truly just an old
ghost town.
Ghost town, exactly. Old buildings that looked abandoned. And it was really, really cool. Some of them were originals, buildings and structures to basically an old town that used to exist there, just down the road, and then they added on and made this big replica town. But it was so cool, and they're set up. You can just walk down the sidewalks like you would have back in the day, and it was really, really cool.
And what was so cool about it is you got to see, you know, what life would have been back then. You know, like the different, like, tax collector or the doctor office, or...
They had all of the buildings furnished with what it would have looked like then. You could read about it. You had complete freedom to do whatever you wanted. So you could mess with the tools they had in there. You could take pictures. The people that ran it were extremely friendly and answered a million questions that we had. And it wasn't super busy, so we basically had the place to ourselves at the time that we went.
I hope it's not underrated, but that is, you need to do that.
It was one of my highlights, and it was really, really cool, and it made my Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman heart come to life, because that's what it felt like. So it was really cool.
It was a must. Guys, we got a little bonus for you. I know it's not really Rapid City, but I mean, you're gonna go past Mitchell. You got to do the Corn Palace, okay? You got to do the Corn Palace. Now
the Corn Palace was okay. It's kind of one of those, well, there it is, and there really is corn.
So we'll be honest there. That's what our opinion.
That was our opinion. Some people think it's like the best thing to see, but it was a neat photo op, and it was neat to say that we've seen it.
But you know what was the best in Mitchell?
Yes.
Hungry Dog.
Yes. Little hot dog stand down the road. Best hot dogs you'll ever have.
I mean, I'm telling you, it's like they will load it. Like, they have some weird, I mean, amazing weird, like the Philly cheese dog or the...
Mine was deep fried.
Deep fried dog.
It had bacon wrapped around it, and it was deep fried, and then it had like a bunch of sauces on it. It was really good.
It was cool. I mean, you got the umbrellas, yellow umbrellas. It pops out. You eat out there. It was just...
Yeah, they got ice cream, and it was really a fun place to stop on the way home.
Super fun.
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope that you guys had fun. And if you guys go to South Dakota, let us know what your favorite thing to do was in South Dakota.
Yes, and like and subscribe as well if you enjoy this and you want more content. Hit that bell. Until next time, cue the music. Let's go.